有睇我呢條片嘅，或者冇睇我呢條片嘅，我嘅民支持者，我今日用一個好沉痛嘅心情咧去做呢條片。呢條片咧嗰個片名咧就係還一個身心健康、漂亮年輕個女士，剛剛安然咁過咗身。點解一個咁身體同埋嗰個精神都咁健康，又快樂，又有一個美滿嘅家庭，一個愛佢嘅父親同埋母親，都會較早前過身呢？許家文用我個以前個偵探嘅頭腦揾出一個答案，就係天忌紅顏。咁啊，即係話咧，連個天都妒忌一個靚嘅女仔，呢個就係佢嘅死因。咁啊，即係在我未講呢條片點解我要做同埋內容之前咧，我懇求各位咧，同我一齊起身默哀1分鐘，悼念呢個剛剛去世嘅女仔。佢係我哋前特首梁振英嘅愛女，佢今年只係33歲嘅啫。我首先聲明，我唔係梁粉，我做呢條片咧，只係圍住一個字：正義。許家文做咗33年執法者，甚至而家我啲朋友都知嘅，我係維持正義，直至到我死嗰日為止。我一陣講俾你聽，我點解要做呢條片。咁我喺呢度咧，我懇請咧，即係而家有16個人同我一齊企起身。I want to say a few words for my respectful Chief Executive, C.Y. Leung, and his sad but lovely wife. I only want to say one word. In my philosophy, everyone has the last chapter, and I understand how sad both you are. But I want you to believe what I said. Your lovely daughter is only on the way to our Almighty God. He will have a happy life there, and I firmly believe your lovely daughter is very unhappy to see you cry because of her death. There is a Chinese saying, I always remember that years. That to me, I always said to myself, I will not afraid of death, but I only regret if I die but no memory. Mr. Leung and Mrs. Leung, I assure your lovely wife must have a lot of good memory. So let us pray out in peace for your daughter. So if you see my video, would you join me for a silence of 1 minute? 我正話啱同前特首阿梁振英用英文講，我再一次講，我唔係梁粉。我一陣會在我未講呢條片之前呢，我會講我對梁振英即係個態度。我係對事唔係對人嘅，對事我係好唔滿意梁特首所做嘅，對人我係非常之尊敬佢嘅。咁我哋咧就一齊默哀1分鐘。Gina, count for me 1 minute。咁我哋一齊默哀咧，我哋祝福即係預祝咧阿梁小姐咧你一路平安 ，rest in peace。OK， 咁我開始講我點解唔係梁粉，同埋我喺咩情況之下做呢條片。OK， 琴晚因為做咗一條片，我做完咗之後都成2點啦，咁啊上床咁瞓覺咁啊。9點半鐘，我接咗電話，係一個女士嚟嘅。佢竟然間一路講一路喊，但係因為咧佢係冇來電嘅，即係冇來電記錄 number，所以我冇辦法追到佢。但係我後尾知道係邊個，佢話阿齊欣死得好慘，仲俾一個咧人渣叫傑斯嘅攞佢愛嚟刷流量，佢覺得好戥過呢個死者唔值，佢希望我主持正義，做一條片去反駁呢位傑斯先生。我一頭霧水都唔知咩事，就即刻叫我個工人嗱，呢啲就係一啲即係不良嘅分子猛寫叫我唔好講啊，收聲啊嗰啲。呢啲全部係負面嘅。我做呢條片就係因為呢個女嘅，即係當然我嘅粉絲啦。咁我就即刻叫我個工人攞我手機，一睇不睇猶自可，一睇就係睇到呢個畫面。咁我就撳落去睇啦。其實呢個傑斯咧出咗2條片嘅，一條咧我就全部咧，因為我係即係前執法者，即係我知道個條例點做啦，就即刻寫咗一個 verbatim 嘅 transcript。 就算將來傑斯落咗架咧，其實我 transcript 係當場寫嘅，呢個 transcript 將來可以愛嚟做證據嘅。呢個就係我就聽落去啊！呢個傑斯就即係假做一個假象啊！係啊，齊恩咧，因為嗰個有精神病啊、心理唔平衡啊乜嘢，即係佢冇講錯，就係好似講到咧係自殺咁嘅，係自殺。我首先講即係我個反應點先啦，又好似講到咧，呢個人嘅死咧係好似係前特首施威良應該要負責任嘅。咁身為一個前嘅執法者，亦都係調查員，我就覺得即係個 prima facie 咧就係呢個傑斯佢冇去 verify 喎。即係佢冇去證實佢所聽翻嚟嘅啲嘢，就妄作一個咁嘅決定，道德上係咪啱咧？法律上佢係咪犯咗一啲刑事案咧？身為一個調查員，其實即係我第一眼就睇到呢樣嘢。咁好唔好意思？自從嗰個廉政公署現任個叫做退休人員協會主席伍炳國公開我秘密，話許家文已經唔係退休人員協會個會員，連會員都唔係喎。佢係呼邊度講咧？佢唔係呼新聞稿喎。佢係呼一個網紅，呢個網紅係公開知道係大話精嘅，叫做大佬 B。咁你聽過大佬 B 嗰個網紅個名叫大佬 B 都唔光正當㗎啦。竟然間我睇到呢個網紅咧個 email 個 record 咧係寫住伍炳國嘅喎。咁我仲可以孭呢啲咁嘅章嘅，因為咧。我已經出咗律師信，係告呢個伍炳國民事，而係我挑戰佢用乜嘢嘅權力將我踢走咗咧？連嗰個退休人員協會嗰個會員都唔係咧。嗱，同埋咧，我可以肯定講一句，伍生，你嗰條片嗰個我已經唔係廉政公署退休人協會嘅會員咧，係一個 false statement， 係一個假嘅，因為你明知我係挑戰緊你噶嘛，個 civil court 都未開，個法庭都未判，究竟你啱乜嘢係我啱？咁點解你都同我同 rank 噶嘛？你都係首席調查主任嚟噶嘛？係嘛？咁點解你明知法犯法咧？我哋廉署不嬲咧，即係咁受市民嘅尊重，咁受市民嘅愛戴，因為我嚴守秘密啊嘛。阿黃華琪都整㗎，我哋廉署係密實㗎嘛。咁我覺得好笑啫，我唔會嬲。點解一個廉政公署個前首席調查主任，又係現役嘅退休人員協會嘅主席，竟然間你唔守呢條規矩咧？因為我哋個官司都未打完，咁你點知你有權將我踢開廉政公署會員咧？係嘛？咁所以咧，我係由佢公開之後咧，我係唔可以再即係話我係廉政公署人員啦，因為仲未上 court 啊嘛。佢仲係啱㗎嘛？咁如果係咧，其實我就犯咗咧 impersonating a former ICAC officer， 即係假扮一個廉政公署嘅。但係我點解要帶呢個章咧？我就有一個大個 question mark 啫嘛。 如果我連一個即係會員都唔係嘅，點解董建華頒俾我嗰個即係 IMS 咧，就係叫做超越貢獻獎啊嘛，即係貢獻呢個社會個獎。點解我咁衰格？咁都係因為我退咗休之後嘅啫，係嘛？會唔會因為我出嗰本書呢個伍炳國懷恨在心咁啊攞呢啲咧？如果唔係，點解政府唔攞翻我呢個章，係 delete 我呢個章咧？呢個係廉政公署頒我嘅，係我盡忠職守廉署啊嘛。點解我兩個章都仲喺度嘅？咁啊應該如果喺好似伍炳國咁，許家文都已經唔係會員啦。咁點解我呢兩個章仲俾人剝奪嘅咧？好啦，呢個我就即係話一個 disclaimer， 我許家文咧以後都唔敢再話我係前廉政公署首席調查主任啦，因為我而家根本乜都冇，我只係講我係前執法者啫。好啦，我又想講，即係我唔係梁粉啦，因為如果你發覺到我係梁粉，即係做呢條片，咁我就係即係幫梁粉做嘅啫。咁我點解唔中意我哋前特首所做嘅嘢啫？我對佢本人係非常之尊敬嘅。咁因為佢係我哋嘅前特首啊，所以我內容咧唔講啦，我只係提一個字嘅啫，係劉夢熊，係咁多啫。我對於處理劉夢熊嗰件事件，我非常之唔滿意。但係我覺得梁振英嘅為人咧，係應該即係我哋嗰啲人去學嘅。咁點解我哋咁尊重梁振英咧？就係因為咧，佢30幾歲咧已經有遠見嘅啦。佢就去國內，去將其實國內嗰陣時對於房屋嗰啲條例點樣起點樣成，完全唔知嘅。我許家文可以大膽一句，大陸而家嗰啲房屋啲條例嗰啲咧，全部係梁振英先生帶入去嘅。咁我又聽到有啲即係你都知啦關公都有對頭人啊嘛。有人惡意批評梁先生咧，當佢做特首嗰陣時，佢講嘢咧個腔調咧好似大陸咁。佢哋話佢係咪學大陸啊？當然唔係啦。梁特首前特首30幾年前已經同大陸交往，咁所以佢講嗰啲國語，講嗰啲語調，咪學晒國內咯，就係咁啫嘛。係啊，咁所以咧，我雖然尊重前特首，其實我做呢條片咧係純粹因為呢個 caller 講俾我聽，吩咐我做呢個重任嘅。咁我後尾咪睇呢條片咯，呢條啊。咁我竟然間咧喺呢個桑寶嗰個留言嗰度咧，竟然間發現打電話我嘅就係可能係呢個叫姓楊㗎，我唔講佢嗰個。咁佢當時咧，我見到嘅留言咧就係梁齊昕其實係乖女孩，説話好斯文淡定，只係精神受少少挫折。咪呢個打電話俾我咯。點解咁興咧？原來我即係聽咗少少呢個桑普，唔係傑斯，佢個拍檔就桑普。竟然間講咧就係我哋應該咧邀請小鳳姐嚟唱齊歡唱喎。傑斯，你以前都係我一個即係好崇拜嘅 KOL， 我最崇拜咧就係你同阿桑普一齊做節目咧嚇。我一陣間咧會讀封信係我起過嘅嚇。咁你最好咧就，雖然你而家喺加拿大啦嚇，你最好請教阿桑普一啲律師嘅意見，睇下許家文講嗰啲嘢係咪屬實咧？我一陣間讀嗰封信咧，我係會用英文嘅，因為咧我深信咧，我呢條片咧 YouTube 會傳播晒俾全世界嘅。OK， 好啦，各位我啲即係支持者，我而家有70幾百人啦。咁咧，如果你哋想聽我呢條片咧，你 download 一個 Apps， 咁佢就可以將我啲英文咧轉做中文㗎啦，好嘛 ？OK。From now on, I will speak in English because I fully understand that a lot of foreigners, in particular the United States and the United Kingdom. So therefore, in order to let you to understand what I'm saying, I better speak in English. So for those who don't understand English, I apologize, causing any inconvenience to you. Yeah. To those who watch my video, I need to introduce myself. My name is Ricky Hui. I joined the ICC in the year of 1974. And because of some reason, my boss, Mr. Penticus, who is a former director of MI6 in UK, he used to be my boss. And in one particular case, I went with my companion to have a showdown. I think you understand what showdown means. In a restaurant, facing altogether 25 tri-society members who are loan syndicates in, I think, in Western, in Hong Kong. This woman, nephew, borrowed $200,000 from a loan shark operated in Wan Chai. And this bloody guy disappeared after he found out that he cannot pay the debt. The loan shark sent their members to blackmail this old woman who was already 65 and earned her living by picking what we call the pin stem, you know, the head and the end, using only the middle part to find noodles in Chinese cuisine. There are 3 triads flattening this old woman, saying that your nephew had borrowed a lot of money from us. He had disappeared. Since you are the next relative of this son, according to our regulation, you are liable to pay the debt on his behalf. And the woman said, how can I repay to you? I only earn a few $100s a month. He said, no. We found out you are the owner of this flat, which according to market price worth $600,000. And you need to sell the flat and pay us. We only need you to pay $400,000. The woman argued. Even I had been asked to be responsible for my nephew's debt. That's only $200,000. Why I need to pay $400,000? And the loan shark said, the extra $200,000 is interest. At that time, ladies and gentlemen, our Hong Kong law is only allow person to charge, I think 60% as interest of the loan, and $200,000 for a loan of $200,000 is outrageous. And the woman said, if I don't pay, what will you do? We will lock your gate and burn you to death by pouring kerosene, something like that, into his room. And the lady was very frightened. Yeah. If in that case, I report it to the police. And this free trial said, no use for you to report to the police. All my partners are serving CIDs. CID is a criminal investigation officer. Because of that, this lady reported the case to ICAC, and I was appointed as the investigator in charge of this case. I don't want to disturb you with the details, but eventually I was forced, under certain circumstances, I need to accompany this woman without any equipment on body to attend what a showdown. Showdown is, I think, a fight against something with the child. Facing 25 tribe members. I don't know. Because my boss, including Penticus and Johnny Harnett. Johnny Harnett is the former director of SP. SP is Special Branch, Johnny Harnett, who used to be a very high-ranking UK police officer. And they all listened to my tape with the translation of a director, assistant director, called Alex Choi. He translate, because all the conversation was in Cantonese, and he need to translate it to their boss. And from the video, they heard, because I provoked the trial leader, he nearly killed me. It made all my boss very frightened. But I remain calm and then use my tactics to avoid being killed by this trial. And my boss very happy. And eventually, I arrest them all and put them to court and all convicted and receive some heavy sentence. Since then, without my knowledge, my boss already want to train me by MI6 subtly. Not by MI6 serving officer, but by MI6 retired officer, how to become a special agent, commonly known as 007 in UK. So, after learning this, I came back to Hong Kong and published a book. The title is Those Days When I Act as Undercover in ICC. The reason why I tell you all my background, because I want that Buddy Gitsi know my background. Because before I read my letter, I need to let him know my status and my credibility. And I also want others all over the world who are speaking to you. As a result of my outstanding contribution to ICC and police, I got 2 medals. And I'm very proud of them. Yeah. Okay, I need to read my letter to that bloody YouTuber. Yeah. Now listen, Gitsi. I'm acting for myself. not for our chief executive, 梁振英. Sorry, I need to remove my spectacle. It has come to my attention that on today's day, what is today's day? Yeah, 7. 9 of April, you did publish, listen very careful, Kisi. If you don't understand, I know you understand English because from your channel, you speak language, you speak English very fluently. You did publish on your YouTube, known as Song Post something. From now on, I refer your YouTube channel as your YouTube channel for easy reference. And the title is, in Chinese, 前特首梁振英女兒梁齊昕猝死，梁齊昕之死。Your channel is called 傑斯短打。Yeah, 傑斯短打。I refer you to this particular video. I'm going to tell you this is a civil case against you, defamation. If you want to know the detail, consult your lawyer friend in Taiwan. This is a formal challenge. You need to listen very carefully. The mention that your channel video contained defamation statement against梁齊昕and 梁振英, our former chief executive. You see, listen very carefully. Even you pretend not to read my video, I can find out whether you watch it. Instead of sending a letter to you, I read out the letter in the public, which will broadcast all over the world. You're scum! 我從來未見過一個咁人渣嘅人嘅，人咧死咗個女啦，你仲喺人哋個傷口撒鹽，你都係人哋嘅老豆嚟㗎，人哋咁對你點啊？ Sorry for my hot temper, because to this scum, I can't control myself. I want everybody, I apologize to all those who watch me, because this is my typical character. I can't change it, because I'm already 77 years old. 聽緊住，人渣！ Below is a non-hostage list of the word in the mentioned YouTube video that are defamatory to the death, 梁齊昕 and our former chief executive, 梁振英. I read from my written transcript verbatim. Listen very carefully. Scum. 人渣. Now I read it in Chinese. 我哋叫小鳳姐齊歡唱，呢個抵死，報應係正常反應。I want you to explain why he said the death of our chief executive daughter is 抵死 and 報應。報應 is English is reward。正常反應 normal reaction。I need you to explain openly why you say this to the father of a lovely daughter who just passed away. Listen very carefully. 人渣，死係唔係一種懲罰呢？假定係，唔係應該放喺梁振英身上咩？點解會放喺佢個女身上呢？Mr. Gisi, I want your explanation of these two sentences. Understand? Now I continue.梁齊恩之死應該係悲劇，但係個主角應該係梁振英。梁振英先生，請你反省一下，你做父親嘅應該嘅個角色。2016年，當你宣布唔連任，你嘅理由，我覺得係假嘅。你話咧，你唔宣布連任咧，個原因好簡單，係因為要保護家人。You see, remember this one， 保護家人。繼續做一啲嘢，令到家人唔好承受太大個壓力。I want you to listen to this very carefully。決心做負責任嘅老豆。This very important。Scum。點知梁振英？你冇做特首9年，你既然間冇負責做老豆嘅責任，令到個女死咗，呢個就係個 outcome， 就係個果。梁振英你之前做嘅嘢咧，就係因。但係呢個果唔係一個善果，係一個惡果。點樣種出嚟啊？你應該梁振英，你應該反思。除非啊，我有3個仔女，少一個都唔多。就睇下冷血程度去到邊度嗱。Listen very carefully， Scum 就睇冷血嘅程度去到邊度，就指明咧，你連自己個女個情緒嘅問題。Listen very carefully， 情緒嘅問題。I accuse you this defamation。Gisi, I want to point out to you, according to my investigation, 梁其恩's death is because 2 days ago he something wrong and get an injection of something like COVID-19. This is the result. Nothing to do with his depression, nothing to do with anything, but because the result of the wrong injection. You see, I put it to you. You commit an offense of defamation. Unless you can prove to me all over the world. How can you make the judgment? 梁齊恩's death is because of his mood 情緒啊 How can you prove it? The death, you see, the death, even not post-mortem, and the cause of the death had not been discovered. How dare you to say his death connected with mentally problem? You make me lose my temper. You are a man. From now on, I don't call you a man. I call you an animal. The worst animal in the world. You can take defamation against me. If you prove you are not an animal, you are a human being. You see? Sorry. To all my supporters. You can see the real Ricky Hui is like that. 梁振英身為一個父親，就算你唔算盡責 ，this is most important。你有冇資格教香港人點愛國啊 ？In English, I want everybody to know. He accused our chief executive, 梁振英 C.Y. 梁 even cannot teach his own daughter. He make a big question mark. How can you teach all Hong Kong people to love our country? You see, my letter to you still not ending. In response to the above, I have amazed enough evidence to counter defamation claim. Defamation claim. By your bloody statement that Leung Chai-Yun's death is connected with her mentally problem. And the statement that the former chief executive failed to teach his own daughter. How can he teach Hong Kong people to love our country? Mr. Kissy, I'm now accuse you making a defamatory statement against the deaf, to which you need to respect, and our chief executive, former C.Y. Leung Chun-ying. On behalf of Leung Chun-ying and the deaf, I put it to you that all what you said are liars and contain defamatory evidence. Okay? In response to all the above, on behalf of our Chief Executive, Leung Chun-ying, Leung Chun-ying vigorously denied any suggestion that he could not teach his daughter, nor he has no ability to teach Hong Kong how to love his country. Your YouTube video are widely disseminated. That is the facts. I think it has been viewed no less than 2,000 people and received at least 10 comments. And your video, the one you made earlier today, is made freely available to all users of the internet. As a former chief executive of Hong Kong, Leung Chun-ying has a very good social and economic status. Your publication of the aforesaid video has caused Mr. Leung Chun-ying to suffer serious damage mentally, and consequently, his hard-earned reputation has been totally ruined by your good self. Now, I demand you to do the following. A. Immediately remove your above video. Including online location under your control. Please listen very carefully. Secondly, issue a video audio statement on your channel to be posted in the same manner as you had published your video early today. Explicitly stated that your two videos are false and misleading. C. Third request. Issue a written apologize to our former chief executive, Leung Chun-ying, and his lovely daughter who had passed away this early morning, 梁齊欣, I think she can hear what you said. She can hear what you said. And I'm confident she's crying in heaven because of what you have said about her. Now, fourthly, immediately contact any persons or entity who may have stored, reproduced, and or republished your video to demand that they permanently delete the two video and refrain from republishing the same, and furnish to me with evidence of your so doing. Lastly, immediately undertake to me in writing that you will not publish directly or indirectly your video or the contents thereof to in any manner. I here put you on notice. I intend to aggressively pursue all available legal remedy and